Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Petruno. I am a shamanic healer. If you're new here, welcome. I've given up on the air conditioner situation. If you watched other videos, it's so loud. And I've just kind of decided to use my phone on shorter videos and headphones because I found that they have given the best sound for me. We got to do what we got to do right now. So, what we're going to talk about today is this message that Spirit has been showing me, or this image, this vision that Spirit has been showing me related to that darkness cloud that we've talked about in other videos, and then I've talked about a few other times. And like I've said in previous videos, that I was going to start sharing with you some of this heavier stuff. And this isn't meant to be really a heavy video, but more of like a context and clarity type of video of where we're fitting into this, and some spirit guidance here relating to what's happening in this web, right? And what's coming towards Earth and on Earth and what's happening and all of that, okay? Now, let's get started. So take a deep breath with me. I'm going to share with you what Spirit has been showing me and sharing with me. So, as we've been talking about, what Spirit has been showing me for the past 18 months, 2 years, has been this cloud. At first it looked like a fog, and then it started getting heavier and darker, and then it started having things in it, like entities. At first it was just demonic type, earthy based entities that were non-benevolent entities. And then as the days, weeks, and so on have gone on, they've started showing me more about what's in this cloud, and what's in this collective field. Now, is it the collective field of the humans? I'm not so sure. They show it to me as almost like the field that's over the earth, and people think it's like the collective, but it's not. It's like the manufactured energy of darkness, right? Like, so the energy of darkness. And I feel like in this cloud it's possible that there's like collective trauma, collective pain, collective fear energy. And I think that's kind of how it started, actually, because that's how they were first showing it to me, is this like collective fear, collective trauma, collective pain that was kind of pouring out and starting to create this energetic condition where there was this layer. And then I think that layer, at least the way that they've shown it to me, kind of started to take form, and there were other entities in it, and then created the conditions for other things, okay? And as the time has gone on, Spirit has showed me that this field has gotten darker and heavier and like almost electric, like it feels mechanical of the types of energies that are in here. I've talked to other shamans and other healers, and they've seen that there's like these other entities in there that are like, it doesn't feel like they're organic or of Earth, like they're from off Earth maybe, or AI potentially. And then lately what Spirit started showing me is they started giving me these visions of like off planet entities starting to come and like assault or like come in and like almost like they're being sent from off planet, like from other places, and starting to come in and get added to this field and start to like, they show it to me like this, like they're kind of coming in, like being sent in, right? And the feeling that they give me is that these are off planet dark forces. Now, as we've discussed in other videos, there are channels out there who channel a lot of these star beings or alien type energies. And there's this belief that like all star beings and all aliens are like these benevolent creatures and beings that like want to help humans and want to help Earth. And and there are some that are, but there's definitely some that aren't and are part of darkness, okay? And it feels like that is almost like, it's almost like they're kind of adding energies now, or at least maybe not now, but is what Spirit has started showing me, is that's like some of the energy that's coming in is coming from off planet. And so in this field is what they're showing me, that there's a lot of entities there that are dark. Okay. And we have to consider the awareness of people, or the lack of awareness of people, of these things and their ability to control, manipulate, and influence people who are unaware. Okay. And so I was asking Spirit this morning, like, well, why is it all like intensifying right now, right? Like, why is this all coming in? And what they said to me was that, and the image that they showed me was almost like of a monster that was dying, like a Godzilla that was dying. And this was kind of like, they're starting to kind of like really hammer down on the activities and the forces of darkness that they are applying and bringing in. And what Spirit has also shared with me, not just now, but also in the past, is that it's going to be a couple years of intensity, at least, where it feels like it's this, like it's nonstop, it's constant, like a couple years where it's very intense. And if I had to give a timeline on it at this time, what Spirit gives me the feeling of is that we're like maybe at the end of 2024, like around 2 years, at least, before we see a turning point, and then into 2025, 2026, when there's starting to be a turning point. Now, this is way far off, and there's like a lot at play here. So absolutely, these timelines can change, and they are changing. So I don't really love to give them. But Spirit doesn't give me the feeling that it's like this intense forever, but really like almost like a very intense period. And so I've asked Spirit, like, okay, what do we do then during this time of intensity? And number one is, what they've said to me was that this intensifying of darkness was almost like a match of like the intensifying of light that people were bringing, and individuals, and the light that was on earth and coming to earth and coming awake to earth, and all the people who have been awakening and kind of bringing light and activating light and helping other people bring light. Like all of that was kind of coming together to start to create these changes of awakening and to create these shifts. And that this activation wave was almost, how do I put this? I have to think of how to put these things into words, what they're showing me. It's like darkness is trying to maintain control, right? And with the rising of everyone who's awakening and bringing light, and the amount of light that's on earth and coming to earth, and people who are here to bring light to a place with darkness, it's like there's this intense struggle to remain in control. And so what can we do here is, what Spirit has said is to continue to bring light and to continue to anchor light to this place that has darkness, to continue to help people awaken, to continue to help people see what is happening and what is here, and to continue moving forward. Like that whatever we're doing is working, and to continue to move forward and to essentially not give up. And what they've said is, for some spirit workers and some light workers have been in this period of rest for a while and have felt like lacking direction or not sure where to go, or almost unsure how to act. And what they've said to me is that a lot of spiritual people are in a period of rest after they've been kind of working and busy and active for the past couple of years, because we're needing this rest period almost before we're going back out there and bringing light in potentially a different way, in a different place, serving in a different and new way. And that there's a lot of shifts that are happening to prepare us for the ways that we're going to be serving in the months, weeks, and years to go forward. And that these shifts are taking a lot of people several weeks to several months. And then that's where many light workers, people who are bringing light, are at this time. So if you're in this place of kind of like, whatever I was doing before is changing, and like I'm not sure what I'm doing next, it's because there's this preparation period where you're resting and recovering and rejuvenating, and then almost realigning to like, okay, where am I being reassigned, and how am I being kind of repositioned to serve in this wave of light that's going to be needed going forward, right? So that's the message that they gave me, and kind of where things are is to keep going and to keep sharing your light and to keep help awakening people, and that more people were going to be coming online and awakening as the time goes on. And it's like the light is going to continue to grow and grow and grow, and that what they've said is that the darkness has underestimated the ability of the people who are bringing light and the ability of the individuals in spirit who is bringing light, and that has been underestimated greatly is what they've said. So continue to bring light, continue to do what you're doing, continue to ask how you can serve. And that's pretty much it for today and for this message. If that was helpful, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment below. Those are all ways that you can support. I also have links below if you'd like to support me via PayPal or Amazon or even in Venmo, whatever. But either way, thank you for liking and subscribing and listening. All right. Bye, guys.